What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, and welcome back to the Slay the Princess demo. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
After much deliberation, let's walk towards the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah, I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Alright, so I know we've tried lying to the narrator, but we haven't tried lying to the princess yet. We don't have our knife, so she can't call us out for that. So let's see what happens when we go down this line of dialogue.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Nice, so we are already on a different path, it sounds like.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
She may be beautiful, but we also don't know how long she's been down here. She has to smell horrible.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Well, we've already lied to her that we're here to rescue you, so I think she would be suspicious if we whoa, let's talk about it first. So let's keep going down this path as if we are going to set her free. I still don't know for sure if that's what we're going to end up doing down this road, but I made a save point. Let's just see what happens.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
One of the things I really like about this game, and I think it's completely brilliant that they made it in black and white, because there's a lot of gray here in these decisions and outcomes. Not everything is black and white, but there is a lot of gray.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, we know either way when we try to check, then door is locked. I think the knife ends up down here anyway.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That worked so great the other times. Yeah, for me.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
That's the look of someone, there's no fear in those eyes.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door. Let's just immediately give up.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Seen it before, and now that I'm seeing it again, I'm so upset by it.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I feel like the narrator, who I'm assuming is the god of this world, dropped the blade down here for me.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I feel like right now we're playing tug of war between the voice of the hero and the narrator again. Free the princess, slay the princess, free the princess, slay the princess. And I feel like we've touched on both of these topics. Maybe I should have spoken to her more first before getting to this point. Let's free the princess one more time.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
I hate this so
place
much.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I'm really curious now of what, how much harder is it to like cut through bone versus an iron chain? I'm really curious about that now. That's a really slicey dagger. It gets the job done, no questions asked.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She clutches the wound, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Then why don't you take care of it? Why do I have to be your conduit?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
It would be a real dick move if one of these slay the princess options would actually yield a slightly different result. Because there's so many, and you would have to go back and click on all of them.
Stop that.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges. Wait, she dodges? Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, now this time we didn't deviate in the middle previously, so let's slay the princess. We'll pick the last one in here.
Thank you.
Oh, we got an achievement. I tried so hard and got so far.
I'll do my best to make this quick.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, chapter 2 of the Beast. This looks new.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And on that princess is a pocket. And inside that pocket is a jelly bean.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
I beg to differ, narrator. You know how many hours I've clocked into reading isekai time regression manhwa?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
People can totally die more than once. I love stories about reincarnation. Anyway.
I can still feel each and every puncture and laceration. That beast hurt us, but we're going to hurt her back.
There's a new friend, Voice of the Obsessed. Now, what I was originally expecting as we began collecting or meeting each of these new voices, they would all be conversing within our head simultaneously. So with the narrator and the voice of the hero, those are our two constants. But I was expecting, like, the more we collect them, like it was looping back through. Like, and maybe that's, I'm speculating a lot, but maybe that's a point where we get to like, oh, chapter 3, and then the first new voice we got is now a permanent character within us. So by the end of it, we have like all these 7, 8 additional voices inside our head and conversing with each other and trying to sway our decisions. But as of right now, as in the demo portion, it looks like we're only getting one new inner voice per iteration.
Is there another one of us in here?
You bet there is.
Good. It seems like your head's in the right place. If you can all just stay focused on the task at hand, the princess will be good and slain in no time at all.
Oh, Don't you worry, I'll gladly slay that princess. She's got it coming. So we're going to play along with our new voice, the voice of the obsessive.
Such magnificent gusto. We'll all be in the clear in no time. I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He's right, you know. She's a clever one, and determined too. Keep your eyes open and your senses sharp, because we're not going to let her get the best of us again.
I like that the voice of the obsessed sounds like a pirate.
Ignore him, she's just a princess. Don't overestimate her.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only item of furniture is a plain, termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So we've got a fresh camera angle, no glass in the windows, all wooden everything. The table's tilted, the dagger's in the center.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yes, do it. Take the blade and make her pay for what she's done.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creeps open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to step over a few holes.
If this tracks with all of the second times we've gone into the basement, then the princess should be a different monster.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're stepping down into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
It isn't hypnotizing anymore. It's almost feral.
Oh, voice of the hero changed his attitude.
Don't let her intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. She has both her arms again, and she's different, isn't she?
The beast is showing us what she really is.
You're the reason I'm still down here. Fiend, monster, betrayer. Nothing will get between my teeth and your throat.
We got another achievement, the beast. All right, so we've got one more achievement to get. It's called the Specter ending.
Saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
Again,
You'll be happy.
It sounds like we could have just removed the cabin. So I'm still finding it weird that I specifically had to be here, or the cabin and the princess within could be removed. I guess. Does it really matter? Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Yeah, well, everyone includes me.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do. but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get us out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Yes, we made it, the specter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You trapped me here after I slew her last time. I'm not going to play along this time.
How unfortunate that the sole person capable of slaying the princess also seems to be somewhat insane. Oh well, so long as you get the job done, it doesn't matter what sort of mental state you're in.
Gee, thanks.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. You're right. She won't be a problem.
Cold, we're looking back.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told. The situation couldn't be more straightforward. Just ignore him. The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only item of furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
I'm digging the new interior design. We got glass back in the window panes. We got a little princess wood carving ornament over the door frame. We got peeling wallpaper. I love it.
Before you have a chance to even think about taking it, the top of a head appears from underneath the floorboards.
Once again, the unexpected just gets thrown in my face, and it gets me. It gets me every time.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
He's a ghosty.
A ghost? Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I guess we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Boom. Oh, dang it. We did it. We got all the achievements. This has been an absolute delight. I cannot wait for the full game, and I will pay full price for it. This convinced me. Thank you so much, Black Tabby Games, for birthing this amazing experience. Oh gosh, I'm reeling. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!